Let's talk a little bit about the new Sony 1.4 times magnification macro lens, the 100mm GM lens. I've been getting a few questions whether I'm gonna review it or not, and no, I don't think I will review that lens. And in this video I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this lens and why I personally am not that interested in reviewing it. Every day I get emails from different lens manufacturers asking me to review their lenses, and to most of them I say no, and there are a few that I say yes to, and my general criteria for wanting to review a lens is first and foremost that I should be excited about it. I should feel that, yeah, I would like to spend a whole day or several days of my life playing around with this thing. I never ever say yes to reviewing anything that I don't feel personally excited about, and I get it. Some people are very excited about the new Sony macro lens, and that's that's fine, but I am not super excited about it. And there are lots of reviews of it out already, so you can just watch the other reviews. But why am I not excited about it? Let's break it down. In order for me to be excited about a new product that's being released, usually it has to bring something new to the world. Sometimes it could be the cheapest ever of a certain kind of product. I am often very interested in that because I'm looking for macro lenses to recommend to people, and if it is a good macro lens and it is the cheapest ever of that kind, then that's probably a very interesting lens to review because it could be a great recommendation for a beginner with a low budget. It could also be that it is the first lens of its kind that is very small and lightweight. Then I might also be interested in reviewing it. Or it could be that it has some kind of feature that is new and super exciting. For example, maybe the highest magnification ever in an autofocus macro lens, for example. That would be interesting. But the new Sony GM 1.4 times macro lens, to me, it doesn't really bring anything new to the world. Yes, it is the highest magnification autofocus macro lens for Sony. Yes, I'll give them that. But to me, the autofocus in itself doesn't it doesn't bring anything interesting. Autofocus can be interesting, but for me the main reason autofocus could be interesting in macro photography is because if you have an autofocus motor in a lens, it means that you can use automated stacking feature, and that motor can drive that stacking, so you can do stacks in your camera. Unfortunately, however, the Sony cameras, their automated stacking is still not that good. It's not good enough to do outdoor live insect focus stacking like you can do with Olympus. On the newest flagship Sony cameras, you do have automated stacking features, but as far as I know, I haven't tested it myself because I don't own any of the very latest cameras, but as far as I have heard, it can only do 2 or 3 frames per second when stacking, which is very slow compared to the OM system. And also, it doesn't work that well with flash. I've heard that with flash it is even slower. So 2 or 3 frames per second, it's not really enough to do focus stacking of a live insect out in the field, and that is where my interest lies. Of course, indoors in a studio with a dead insect, yeah, that could be interesting, because then you don't really need the speed. And even if we imagine for a second that Sony's automated stacking was just as good as it is on OM system, that it could do like 10 frames per second with a flash, like super fast. Even if that were the case, I still wouldn't be super interested in this lens. And the reason is that 1.4 times magnification is pretty low on a full frame sensor. And then you might argue that, yeah, you can just crop it and then you will have the same thing as an OM system camera with its small sensor. But no, that's not the case. Even the highest resolution Sony full frame cameras, like the A7R5, even that sensor has a lower pixel pitch than the sensor on the OM1, on the OM system. So that means that you will still get more detail on the OM system when doing macro photography at the same magnification. So if we summarize, this lens has lower magnification than the flagship lens on OM system, and the sensor cannot capture as much detail for the same, even if the magnification would be the same. And Sony's automated stacking is a lot worse than the OM system. So all this together makes this lens not very interesting for me, because I already have a much better kit with my OM system setup with its M2 Eco 90mm 2x magnification macro lens. So basically, even if I would be given the new Sony lens for free, I would still rather use the Laowa 90mm, for example, or the 85mm, which is my favorite, because it has higher magnification, and that's all I care about. The image quality on the Laowa lenses is just as perfect as it probably is on the new Sony lens. And in general, like, image quality in macro lenses is generally really good. It's quite hard to make a bad or unsharp macro lens. There is only one company that has succeeded with that, and that is Micael. Pretty much every other macro lens I've ever tried has been very sharp and great optically. And then someone will probably say, but yeah, you can use a teleconverter with the new Sony lens so that you get 2.8 times magnification. And that's 100% true, even if that setup would be very expensive. I mean, the lens itself is like $1,900, at least here in Sweden. Then the teleconverter is also pretty expensive. But let's imagine for a second that we went with that option. Yes, you do have 2.8 times magnification, but you also have a 200mm focal length then when you add the teleconverter. And I have tried such macro lenses, and it's really hard to take nice insect photos with a 200mm focal length. I tried teleconverters also on OM system, and like it's much easier to use a shorter focal length. So yeah, the teleconverter setup would maybe be great for butterflies, for example, because then you want some distance between you and the subject because they are quite skittish. But then in that case, there are so many other lenses that you can use, like regular telephoto lenses that aren't even macro lenses, that would work just as good and be a lot cheaper and more versatile. So I don't really see the point with that either. So to summarize, I am 100% sure that the new Sony 100mm GM macro lens is a great lens for what it is. For example, if I were a wedding photographer and I wanted a good all-round macro lens with fast autofocus for my Sony camera that I could use both for portraits or for the wedding ring, yeah, then this lens is probably a great purchase. But I am not a wedding photographer. My interest is mainly like shooting small insects out in the field. And for that, I don't see that the new Sony 100mm GM lens is a good option. I would instead just buy the Laowa 90mm or 85mm if you want a super compact lens, and you will pay like 1/4 of the price of the Sony lens, and you will get better results if you're shooting small insects. The caveat though is that you need to know what you're doing. You need to have some knowledge on how to properly shoot small insects, and for that I can recommend one of my books. Check them out in my web shop, and thank you so much for watching.